always do on a Wednesday, or most every Wednesday, with Chef Ali and no-bake cookies from Mr. Sorensen of Royal Valley High School. Most anybody in Topeka who's suffered digestive disorders or gastrointestinal problems knows the name of my first guest. Dr. Challa is now the author of this new book, which I will proudly hold up again, Probiotics for Dummies. He is selling this like crazy, speaking on it in San Diego next week. And it comes complete with a video game, which we'll also talk about with Dr. Challa. Great to have you here.
Oh, my pleasure, Ralph. It's an honor.
I love that you say it's an honor for you to come see us, and the feeling right back.
Of course.
Wonderful here. This is such a successful book. I think a lot of us know there are types of bacteria that we have to have, which are naturally in our digestive systems to help us digest food. What's the difference in good and bad bacteria?
Well, Ralph, for years, bacteria have had a negative connotations. Bacteria are bad. But it's very clear right now that there are a lot of good bacteria. Like in your gut, we have 100 trillion bacteria. 90% of them, 90 trillion are good bacteria, 10 trillion are bad bacteria.
100 trillion?
Yes, absolutely,
wow.
In your gut. And as long as the good bacteria are in control, that's your digestive system is healthy.
Okay. What are probiotics?
Well, these good bacteria are the probiotics.
Okay.
So once they are already in your system, they are called the indigenous probiotics, which you already have. But, you know, with the challenges we face with stress, aging, other medical problems, you probably need an external source of probiotics. So yogurt, for example, Dannon has made it very popular. Dannon has probiotics in them, and also a lot of supplements out there have probiotics. I believe they are the next vitamins. I mean,
my goodness,
absolutely.
Right.
That's a big statement to say, but it's very clear that's where we are headed. So
now, we're probably going to have FDA regulation of yogurt or other products to say contains probiotics. Is that going to be the next big consumer issue with trying to take care of ourselves and making sure we have enough of these?
Not really. These probiotics capsules or yogurt are not FDA and FTC regulated.
Okay.
They are considered supplements. So anyone can say they are selling probiotics. That brings us to the next point. All probiotics are not the same.
So how are they not the same?
Well, probiotics are live bacteria. One of the biggest things which happens to these live bacteria when you ingest is they are destroyed by stomach acid. So the probiotics which have protection technology to bypass the stomach acid are the good probiotics. And there are a lot of other nuances. I mentioned it in Probiotics for Dummies about what is a good probiotic and what is not.
Right.
And one can even go to drchalla.com and we have a little segment in there.
drchalla.com. I also want to mention, Denny, our director Denny has flashed it on the screen. I want to mention it again and we'll talk about it. The Micro Warriors video game. You developed this with a guy named David Knight. I would imagine David is the technical guru and you're the medical expert.
Actually, both of us are kind of the medical guys.
Right.
The technical gurus are purely technical guys and they want to stay in the background. But we are launching the game at the big Digestive Disease Week in 2 weeks in San Diego.
Okay.
At a booth in San Diego. And look at the premise for the video game, the good fighting the bad. How can you beat that? So.
Did you go to him and say, we've got the good fighting the bad, we have the two sides, the bacteria, can we make a video game? Or did he come to you and say, let's do this?
Well, actually, he has done other books and he has made a movie on probiotics and I have the book. Okay. So we were just casually talking and I think he probably was the one who came up with the idea of the video game.
Sure.
Then we had several meetings and now we're going to have it in a few weeks.
And give me the full name of it, Micro Warriors?
Micro Warriors, The Battle Within is the name of the video game. The website is microwarriorsvideogame.com. If one goes down there right now and registers their email addresses, as soon as we launch it, we'll send a game, and it can be played on all your Android phone, iPhone, every mobile devices. So.
And Probiotics for Dummies, how can we get the book? There are a lot of different ways we know about it, but what's the best
Dummies is the largest brand in the world. You can get it anywhere, Barnes & Nobles, but you can get it at drchalla.com. We are offering a discount at the website.
Great. And remind us, you're not too far from 6th and Gage. is the clinic.
Yes,
Right.
6th and right by the hospital,
Right.
past 6th and McVicker. So.
Okay, right in there. So thank you very much. It's called Probiotics for Dummies, and whether it's on your Kindle or Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble. And Dr. Challa, thank you. We are so happy for your success on this book and for you helping take care of us. We appreciate that.
Likewise, Ralph.
All right,
Thank you very
great.
much.
Dr. Checkar Challa. Doug Myers is here with the weather. Is tea good for the digestive system?
Oh, that's a long story,
Okay,
Ralph.
we'll get to that. We'll just talk about the tea. Doug Myers here with the weather and tea and a beautiful hat, not for Dr. Challa, but for my next guest.